Welcome in, everyone. We are back again with Sultan's game. It's all stress all the time right now in the game, but we are back with the Sultan's game. Double Cross is doing a fantastic job with this game. It's very solid. Even with the English translation being a little dicey sometimes, I try to make it easier for you guys who are just lurking or watching the VODs on YouTube, or rather listening to the VODs on YouTube, let's be honest. Yeah, this is where we're at. Here we go. Let's get back into the thick of things. It's messy. Don't worry about the very dramatic music. We actually do have the card that's being tracked on lock here. I just have to hit end day and we will find out what happens, and it's survival plus physique. Mahir must be there. Stealth plus wisdom. Combat plus physique. Sociability plus charisma, and a single consumable to help with all. Wow. Doing this, of course, is a crime, but you're not afraid of trouble. You can keep trying. Oh, geez. This is interesting. We have 14 days to decide to steal things, assuming we survive what we're doing right now. And we have 20 days for this righteous cause, of which we needed a conquest card. If I had just kept that gold conquest card a little longer, I could have used it on Shamas farther. Whoopsie poopsie. Whoopsie poopsie. What are his stats? Combat 5, Physique 3, and then the army is Combat 12? Okay. Yikes. This is gonna get crazy. Okay, well, Habib has nothing to do. Unless I mean, he can go to the guest house and get a dude, but he's got nothing to do with said dude. I don't have to do this in person. He's got charisma and sociability. But maybe not. I don't know. We'll leave this. We've got some days on it. Ah, Frisk, you're welcome. Welcome back. I didn't expect to see you today. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. You're not early. We just haven't hit end day. You're perfectly on time. Welcome in. Okay. Let's see what happens. Oh god. Here we go. Okay, we're going to the bathhouse first. I think it's just because it's got a B, so it's at the beginning of the... I don't know why it's waited for the bathhouse to go first, but here we are. We're at the bathhouse. Let's see what information we acquire. Ooh, it's gonna be a stone something. Stone inside information is still good inside information. And here we go. Fatuna is back. People are going to do money things at the estate, and we get the good money. Fantastic. Excellent. Not extra money, but something noteworthy has happened. You recently discovered that the soldiers' training performances have been extremely slack. Upon investigation, you found out that someone has been spreading an evil belief among them, teaching them to seize the comfort and glory of this world and not to worry about the crises and depravity of the afterlife. Well, we've got a couple of ways that we can decide what to do with these guys. We can kill a single one of our guards, our soldiers, as a warning to the others not to be slack. We could pray to exercise their idiocy, because clearly they need it. We could reiterate discipline and just crack that whip a little harder. Or we could let things drift. I mean, the Sultan will protect us because he wants us to play his game, right? Right? Right, guys? Really, Trav? Are you trying to get us killed? I mean, if you really want me to pick number 4, you know what to do with your channel points. You have enough of them. Jeez Louise. I think I've literally chosen every option except let things drift in all of the times I played this game. Choices are funny, though. If you want to overthrow the Sultan, wouldn't you want his army to be slacking? Ah, but are these the Sultan's soldiers or our soldiers? That's the question. It's not very clear. Because the nobles can acquire private armies and can be sent to do the Sultan's conquesting for him. So, we don't have an army right now, no. Okay, well, we will try the let things drift and see what happens. No one wants to live a hard life. It's normal to crave pleasure. Put yourself in their position. If no one slanders you to the Sultan, you absolutely wouldn't waste time getting up so early to attend court. After a while, the soldiers finally realize you are one of them. They're pioneer and exemplar. They begin to support you even more. Okay, notoriety up. Got it. I'll take it. What do the poor really need? Well, how can we help the poor escape poverty? You seem to have a conclusion in mind, eager to share it with Novel, and we have a bronze intuition out of that, so that's actually not bad. I think the highest you could probably get up to is gold. At least it's not stone. I don't know. Not entirely, I've never done feudal charity before, so I'm not entirely certain what was actually required there, but we got some things. Your sudden visit causes Novel to raise an eyebrow, and when you clarify your intention, he scrutinizes you as if seeing you anew. You enthusiastically share conclusions from recent reflections, saying, to truly help the poor, you should help impoverished mothers, let them accept their fate, or make them more useful. These are the 3 conclusions that we apparently got out of that whole thing in the last 10 days. What do we want? What advice should we give Novel? Awful Novel, who is actually our ally, but is pretending to be our enemy right now. Yes. But we have to wait until this turn concludes for that reminder to even be relevant. Thank you, Trav, for even drudging up that much. I know exactly what you're talking about. Words have escaped me because as much as I am on my second cup of coffee, the brain is not all here yet. Novel is waifu material. I'm not even joking. Okay, so in our first run of the game, you know, when we had no upgrades from the fate points and everything, we actually used a oh crap, I've lost. My brain has just decided to fall out of my ear, like melt right out. Yeah, we used a carnality card on him, and he was so mad about that. We tried to waifu him up, and he just was not happy bunny. It was pretty funny. Because apparently he has a boyfriend, and did not like the fact that we were like, well, we don't care about your boyfriend. We don't care about your loyalty. We're just gonna use you to break this card. Whoopsie poopsies. So mad that he declared eternal envy and wanted us to die horribly. Yep. and I could not, for the life of me, get an army to save my life. It was pretty bad. There's a reason why I took the let's just escape option, and me and my wife ran away and had many babies. That's it. But back to this point, as you know, run number 3. What are we doing? Are we helping impoverished mothers? Are we going to let the commoners accept their fate, or are we going to make them more useful? Yeah, that carnality card was a doozy, man. I had no idea what I was getting into. It was pretty funny, though. Alright, make them more useful, we will. It's better to teach someone to fish than give them a fish. To really help the poor, simply filling their stomach for a day is useless. We need to find ways to make them more useful to this empire, to the rich, and to themselves. Nothel pondered for a while, then admitted you were right. Over a pot of tea, you both discussed and planned how much money, how many people it would require. Let's start from your territory, give it a try, he said. I'll pay half, you'll pay half. If it works, well, we'll try it in my territory too. Again, half and half. Thus, it was agreed. I don't know if this is going to help us, but the Sultan is still out. But we did upgrade some inside information, so... Kill one of your own followers to satisfy the Sultan's cruel game. It's ridiculous, but instead of blaming the rule makers, people just blame you for not choosing the more honorable way to complete the game. Well, I didn't have a choice, I was running out of time. This bloodshed card right here is the reason why the music was so spicy when we got in. Now it's broken. I don't like the Infamy game, but outspoken prisoner died. He really should not have been a stupid idiot. Aleem proposed a bold idea. To establish a school that would shelter the beggars from Dark Alley. Think about it. He is already skilled at caring for his puppies, but they needed gentlemen to teach them proper manners, rather than the tricks of thievery. So if you're willing to help, Aleem could fund half the project, which means quite a fortune for him. This school's future exceeds Aleem's imagination. Our infamy is now 2, by the way. It's just 2, Trav. We're okay. My first run ended with getting him to ascend the throne as Sultan, and he worked me to death as his vizier. It's super fun. Not the working me to death part. Yeah. I've not done that ending. Actually, I don't think I ever got to an ending in the demo, just because I was far too enthralled with exploring all my options, which was silly of me. I just should have played it out. I think I did get, like, executed a couple of times, if that makes sense. And I think I died a couple of times in duels. Whoopsies. But yeah, like, not an actual ending. So my first official ending of this game is running away with just my wife, because that's the only person I had bonded with at all. And now we're attempting a different one because of an ill-timed gold conquest card. Aleem noticed you had built the shelter much larger than these beggars actually needed. You told him that this place would not only house one group of beggars, but become a base for educating all homeless children. We are nurturing the future. Although Aleem did not fully grasp what you had said, he smiled, knowing it's always right to follow you. These street urchins are now adopted. Very nice. Today, as you were leaving, an elderly servant appeared and smoothly took your bundle, pipe, and water bottle from you. He did it so naturally. Even your maid thought he was the new servant, and you felt nothing out of place in this seamless service. It was only after crossing 2 streets that you realized the old Aleem was always beside you and intended to stay from now on. Ah, Aleem has decided to join us. Holy shit. He's the head thief is now just living in my house. Why not? Apparently I'm attached to a card still. Oh, I think it's before dawn that I'm attached to. Okay. So we have things going on. Oh boy. Let's check this out. The street urchins are one of 2 sheltered orphans. I'm sorry, one of 4. We can shelter and educate other orphans. We need gold, and we have other options. What are these attached to? I don't know. Oh, I can shelter and educate followers too. Holy shit. Okay. Interesting. Can educate or shelter orphans here. You can eliminate the Sultan's suspicion once. Okay. This is still in progress because Chasing Jackals resolves next time. Golden Tool, 4 wisdom, and 6 gold, which is all we have. Okay. This I need to do today. I can at the very least get my rent. And all, please. Rent, please. Awesome. Okay. Now I'm less broke. Yeah. He's still working on boxes. Sultan is still out. We can upgrade tactics. We don't have 3 of any conviction at the moment. Apparently I can stick that in there, but I don't know what that's gonna do. Whoops, I did not mean to not do that. There we go. I think we're just going to skip this. So we definitely need someone at the estate. She's got that covered. And that's like the least, and these 2 are in the research. So that's it. This is all the people I have. And they're all pretty well equipped with what is available. Where is my wife? Stuck in this. With Lady Becky. Flux. I'm kind of fucked. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm gonna die in this turn because of this. Okay, well, here we go. It's literally all I have. Unless this guy counts? No. This starts the battle countdown, so here we go. Hire a retainer. Ooh, you've got points. We could see what's in the guest house. Okay, I have a swordsman. I have an occultist. I have a scholar. I think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I don't have anyone good right now, but here we go. That's the guest house completely cleaned out. Whoa. This is the story of a courtier who gathered children together supporting their future. I want to try planting some seeds, but what will I harvest? I don't know either. Cool. Alright, so now we have as much as we can. Remember, the Sultan has a magic ring that has... Yeah, but my magic user is currently... Can I remove them? I don't know what the positioning means. It could just be pretty. I know that the Sultan has a magic ring that has magic 10 feature. My magic person is currently with Mahir. It's a problem. I have no troops. I'm not well prepared. I just stuck a conquest card somewhere that would allow this conquest card to be, and I can't get out of it now. So this is where we are, Frisbeen. We are going to die. It's fine. Yeah, we're in the spiral down to death. You're not spoiling anything for me. I already knew that we're in the spiral down to death. Please forgive this incompetent one in her gameplay. The mysterious assistant event has happened twice, Trav. It's not helpful enough. We don't like Gold Conquest. I pulled badly. So... Or rather, I traded badly, and now I'm stuck with this. So, here we are. We're playing it out. The execution day hanging over your head has become meaningless. Okay. Well, that's everything we can do. Nah, it's just all part of the game. After much contemplation, you gave up. Fortunately, Zaki never mentioned it again. Thank you, Zaki. Your mind is made up. It's time to share your resolve with your closest comrades. Once you do, the countdown to battle begins. The Sultan will fall to his own game. You all drink through the night in the courtyard, your allies trading hushed secrets that ripple the air, seizing up your next move. Or sizing up your next move. In your hand, you fiddle with the Golden Conquest card. Others see your face catch the gold glow, blending into that image of the crowned one. But all you see is blood and fire. All you hear are the wails of dead kings, and it hits you. Taking this last step means those who crashed and burned gave up way more lives than the ones trusting you to lead the fight. Still, these folks won't even show up on the Conquest card to take the hit. I will use this Conquest card on the Sultan, you declare, jumping up and bellowing to the crowd. You're set to face it all, and everyone gets some combat. Retainers fucked off. It's fine. I needed them to be reset anyway. In these last 5 days, quickly gather all available troops or no opportunity will be left. Yeah, I've got no troops, so we're fluxed. Riel discovered the Jackal's den. She mobilized all forces determined to annihilate without survivors. At least 5 successes need to clear enemies. I mean, I can try again, I guess? Still no? Yep, not happening. Ah, close but no success. Wait and see. The Jackals group learned their lesson. They no longer confront Rael directly. They fight and retreat, leaving few corpses behind, but their main force quickly vanished into the maze-like dark alley. They probably won't cause trouble for a long time, but Rael still swore in barbaric terms, clearly unsatisfied with the fight. My money did not help there. Alright, let's make some money. That will do. We got extra money. Fantastic. The Sultan is still not seen, and we've upgraded tactics. The underground boxing match is back. Rael stormed in looking for you, with 2 strong goons alertly observing behind her, another person by her side constantly holding the hilt of their sword. Hey, I heard something unsettling and feel compelled to take action, but I can't. I dislike feeling incapable, so I'm here for your help, since you're the most cunning urbanite I know. She winks, mixing affection with disdain. You must frequent brothels, right? Before you respond, she waves dismissively, implying the answer doesn't matter. My people told me some of our tribe was taken to a place called House of Delights, a filthy brothel, she continues. I want to rush in directly and save them. Our people learned to hunt and fight, not spread legs, but, that place is heavily guarded, worse than the jackals. Help me infiltrate and I'll reward you, she says directly, not mincing words. Okay. Minal's farewell. Okay. Which resolves regardless of what you do. We got horse betting. We got charity. Oh my god, there's too many things going on. Minal decides to leave. Her laments as she bids you farewell. She cannot bear to have her talents exploited by the Sultan any longer. Okay. Be well. Whether you leave her with money or not, be well. This requires spending gold and sending somebody. Or sending somebody. But I don't have to do that right now, because I have to assemble the troops in 5. After the countdown ends, all normal rituals will be closed. So, I'm screwed. Do I have any more? No. I don't know what putting this... Okay, it doesn't go there? Not entirely certain what this will do. Any testament of oath under gold tier with 2 convictions of rebellion in the same tier can synthesize a higher tier. Oh, okay. That synthesizes. Okay, fine. This is gonna go so badly, yeah. We really should have used a gold die there. Nawful won't be happy. He was planning on doing this later. You're rushing the job. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Let's just have some fun here, I guess. What do we need? Sociability, wisdom, and stealth? I think I might just do this. Or would I want the stealth, actually? Maybe I want the stealth, actually. Somebody with 4 wisdom to teach. Not you. Possibly you. Not you. Definitely not you. Definitely not you. Hey, Jawad, you're becoming a teacher. You can be useful for once in your fucking life. Horse betting. Jasmine. We will double our money. That should work out. What do we have? That's survival. That's just combat. That's just combat. That's survival and physique. And this is just charisma. Okay. Don't have any money for it, but okay. Yeah, it's a true YOLO run. It is.
Um.
I kind of want her to convince him to stop being an idiot. That would probably be for the best. Ah, the guest house has new things in it. A better swordsman, a better monk, a poet, and a ranger. Okay. Habib can get the news in the bathhouse. I believe the Sultan will be back next round. Aleem, what do I need for you to do? I don't have the money for this. I don't have the money for this either. No, you're fine. Yeah, you only have one wisdom, that's the problem. Okay, well, I guess he gets to hang out, because there's nowhere to send him, really. That will be useful in this moment. Okay. Lunchboxes look very practical. You want more. Aziz has no objection to his master's decision, though it will take a lot of time. After working day and night in a daze, Aziz presents you with 3 polished stone lunchboxes, hoping this will satisfy you. And they do. At the tavern, you spot the swordsman. Free spending, with 2 or 3 prostitutes in his arms, treating everyone to drinks, of course, using the noble's money. The man indeed looks quite remarkable. We need at least two successes to persuade the noble that he's being a complete dumbass. I think we've got it. By golly, I think we've got it. This is the story of a noble who was brutally murdered by the Sultan after a doomed rebellion. Yes, pretty much. Plague! What did you do this time? He who can adapt to circumstances is a true hero. Fatuna clearly thought the noble was being meddlesome. Of course that swordsman was a scoundrel, but a dangerous one. A noble should know the limits of his authority. Beyond this is sheer violence, and Riyadh wouldn't enact violence on his behalf. The noble hesitated with a changing expression, then decided to give up. Meanwhile, the swordsman, in a prostitute's embrace, watched. He suddenly pulled away, patting Fatuna on the shoulder, expressing interest in meeting the Riyadh who played games with the Sultan. Damn. I got the swordsman. You managed to get a 2-for-1. So maybe I ain't, like, properly sick, but I certainly ain't feeling good. What did you eat in the last 24 hours that didn't taste the way it should? Because you probably gave yourself food poisoning off of something, and or you need to go to the doctor. Like right now. Dude, Plague, you gotta stop. You're Plague Doctor Man. You need to stop being sick. You should know better. The purest order needs to draw in fresh believers to strengthen the existing faith. You can send someone to help propagate the belief in the immaculate purity. The evangelism proceeds smoothly, though through constant spread of divine words, followers and priests witness your piety. Maggie has marks of piety. Nice. Alright, in the bathhouse, we learn something in silver. Inside info. Nice. After you give the order, countless people move. As with all major decisions, it has already become unstoppable, yet nothing has yet begun. However, one good thing is, you no longer need to care about this countdown of the Sultan's game. Now the countdown of life and death is in your hands. Combat strikes the moon. Messengers rush through the wilderness to relay signals to their allies in the wild. The night roads are eerily clear, but they don't dare look up at the ominous flickering stars and the hauntingly twisted moon. People are still willing to help me make money. Awesome, I made good money today. Recently, several wells in the royal city have suddenly turned bitter, prompting many complaints. The Sultan asks for your opinion. Do we dig new wells, supply water from outside the city, endure it, or investigate the non-bitter water wells? What do we do, chat? Let me know. Investigate it angrily? Alright. I could do that. Does the rest of chat agree? I could absolutely do something else. I'm just curious what the consensus is here. Alright, we'll investigate. Why does the well water taste bitter? You sense something is not simple. After investigation, you discover that some well owners deliberately put lime in other wells. Such despicable tactics have recently doubled their earnings at the cost of bitter-tasting water for the entire city. The issue is resolved, and some people are punished, but since you blocked others' income, it's understandable they bear grudges. Well, maybe don't fuck around with the water supply, guys. The Sultan is still not seen. Alright, we sent the writer. We need 4 successes out of 12 to win and double our money. We got 5. Let's go. We made money. Manal decides to leave. She laments as she bids you farewell. She cannot bear to have her talents exploited by the Sultan any longer. She will journey to find a place untouched by the Sultan's influence, never to return again. You are her only cherished companion. She smiles. Wish me luck. If I find such a paradise, I will write to you. No matter how you loathe to say goodbye, the time for parting has come. This journey will surely be difficult. Maybe you can help her one last time. You give her your sponsorship. Manal gratefully accepts the funds you offered. She will always cherish your adventures together. These are her most treasured memories of this land. You watch her silhouette disappearing into the distance, knowing this might be the last time you see each other in this life. But you believe that someday you will receive a letter. She will passionately recount the details of her travel, the unknown treasures of distant lands, and invite you to that distant utopia. Perhaps that letter will arrive next month, or perhaps next year. One day. In the unregulated dark alley, bloody brawls take place every day. On the streets, the stakes are lives. But here, in the underground fighting pit, the air is thick with the clash of gold coins and scams. You arrive at this underground fighting arena. As you step through the door, the crowd erupts in thunderous cheers. A new pugilist is pounding his opponent into the ground, each strike brutal yet precise, displaying raw and beautiful power. You fold your arms to watch, but find yourself straightening up almost instantly. There's good reason. Something about the pugilist's form seems strangely familiar. You tried to identify him. Or her. Yeah, I think we've noticed who this is. It's him! Though he hides most of his face behind the mask and wears tattered clothes, the sheen of fine oil on his skin, his gait, and his fighting style all betray his identity. You are certain this man is one of the Sultan's iron guards. But why would he be here, fighting in the dark alley? Lost in thought, you watch as the fighter leaves among the cheers, and you quietly follow him. In the dark alleys, you believe you are following him unnoticed. We need 2 successes to track him with stealth. Piece cake. The pugilist does not discover you. He passes through the dirty, muddy slums and slips past a few bustling brothels, but the women fail to slow him down. You keep following him, step by step, until he reaches the edge of the noble district. To avoid drawing attention, perhaps he has his carriage waiting for him nearby. The carriage, far too luxurious for the dark alley, would have caused a sensation if seen there. When you see him remove the mask from his face and accept a silk robe handed to him by a servant. Hidden in the shadows, you watch as the captain of the Sultan's Iron Guard, the Empire's general, the illustrious Lord Jabal, steps into the carriage. As the carriage rolls away, you pick up the mask he has left behind. A perfect leverage, something worth exploiting, you realize this instantly. Well, here we are. Aziz wishes to speak with us. Oh, the Hamar brothers are back. The equipment merchant has this. We have a date and other things going on. We have enough money for the day of charity this time. Yay for us. And still no troops. Let's find out what Aziz wants. You are not a suspicious person, but on this day, looking at Aziz by your side, various doubts suddenly surfaced in your mind. Why should a slave, who seeks only to stave off hunger, possess a discerning tongue, as if they've tasted the world's delicacies? He even wants to grind a stone diligently to make food tastier, but such knowledge and such traditions belonging to desert tribes, where did Aziz learn it from? Perhaps Aziz should give you an explanation. Perhaps he will accept some of your conviction, perhaps not. Okay. We'll try that. Don't know what that will do. We are, of course, going to sell the stone lunchboxes because combat plus survival on stone level is not that big a deal for us. We make good money that way. He's forked off again. Like the jerk he is. Ay, ay, ay. Ooh, we can get a silver intuition. Very nice, very nice. I don't know if that's doing anything. Probably not. Probably need 3. I don't have 20 gold coins, but I could just send somebody. Hey, swordsman, go help. Oh, no, I have to go myself. Okay. I mean, I can. But maybe I would prefer to go on a date with my wife. Jeez Louise. I don't really care about the books. We still have 4 more days of this shit. Yeah, we're dead. We're dead. It's fine. We're just dead. It's fine. These guys aren't here. I can educate my wife for some reason. You know what? Let's just go on a date with my wife because this will be just much happier. Yeah, we'll do this too. I don't know if that's gonna do anything. I got time on that one. Right? Yikes. Righteous cause. You must present a conquest card. And you must have troops, of which I do not. So, let's do something else then. Charisma would be really great here. Why not? Got nothing better to do. I have Zaki and Habib left. Since I don't care about cards anymore. Actually, I think they'll probably be fine. Alright, that should do. Yeah, I got Le Swordsman. Maybe you should have considered not dying. Plague, the time for considering not dying is too far past. There's nothing I can do now. We're just gonna play it out until the end. This is the death spiral. Enjoy the ride, you guys. Here we go. You overhear a noble in the bathhouse complaining, intentionally or not, about how his house outside the city has been occupied by a group of cunning vagrants. The steamy mist makes everyone laugh, dismissing it as a joke, because everyone knows that if he were willing to spend some money to hire a few mercenaries, the problem could easily be solved. He hasn't done that. Perhaps he knows that you have been chosen by the Sultan, and you are the one in the city who most likes, or rather needs, to meddle in other people's business. So we need 2 successes to drive them away. You arrive at the location of the house. The vagrants occupying the place are emaciated, in ragged clothes and armed with crude weapons. They don't seem difficult to deal with. After half a day of observation, you also notice that the group of vagrants is not completely disorganized. They vaguely have one leader. Perhaps besides violence, you can try other methods. Oh, I drove them all away. We successfully persuaded the mob. You use Silver Tongue to both threaten them with dire outcome of occupying a noble's mansion and promise benefits if they left on their own accord. The untraveled, starving mob are shattered by your words, murmuring hesitantly. You take advantage of their lapse in vigilance to capture the leader, sending the vagrants scattering, headless. The noble, overjoyed, showers you with endless gratitudes over and over again. You stop him. You stopped him who was about to escape to his house. Then you realize, pats his head, and then offers you some coin in the reward. People got sociability. Raid is in the prison. I got money and infamy, which is a problem. Someone has spotted a white rhino near a lush watering hole in the wild, seemingly injured. You spot the white rhino from a distance. The plan is to sneak closer and find its weakness. Well, we got the 2 successes we need. You successfully sneak as close as you can to the white rhino without alerting it. It is drinking at the riverside with a long bleeding wound on its side. The wound seems deep, likely made by a sharp blade. You ponder. A well-aimed harpoon through the wound could slay it without causing the least damage to the beautiful hide. You grip your harpoon, take aim at the white rhino wound, and hurl it. The 1 success we needed got 13 instead. Owing to exceptional physique and combat skills, a spear cruelly impales the white rhino's wound. Wailing maddeningly, it struggles, flees futilely, stirring unending dust till succumbing to blood loss. Only assuredly dead. You rinse with tender brow, remove the prey before scavenger attracts. Berat wants the stone lunchboxes you are holding. He wants to buy it at proper and fair price. So we sold them all. Compared to this humble shelter, all other treasures you built fade away. For what is stored here is the most precious and beautiful treasure of all, the future. Aleem notices a child he knows and casually starts talking. The happiest times in life are when you're lying on a dry, cozy bed, looking out the window with absolutely nothing on your mind. Not troubles, not sadness, not anything disgusting. It's just nothing. That's when you and your mind are truly free. Look, little pups, I really hope each of you find that freedom and happiness someday. Study well, you hear me? The children perk up at his words, eagerly asking him to explain more about what freedom really means. Someone suggested we initiate a public relief effort to provide food for the starving victims, not only filling their stomachs, but also enhancing your renown. The displaced people, those who can get enough to eat, line up at your porridge tent, gratefully chanting your name with appreciations in that time. Everyone knows your fame. After you give the order, countless people move, but, as we have no actual armies, we're fucked. Let's make money, shall we? Our house makes good money today. Just good money. The Sultan has returned to his loyal court. The art of relevance, the inner philosophy of things, is mostly universal. You peered through to deeper mysteries and gained a silver intuition. Clearly, Nabini did not realize how boring our life would be. However, we have had him fetched back. Books separate people and prevent them from seeing you. This is a world just for the two of you. Afterwards, you both tidied up the books that had fallen to the floor, sharing interesting finds and gently caressing each other's faces while smiling. Passion is kindled. You harbor doubts about Aziz's origin, so you plan to call him over to make things clear. Before becoming a slave, Aziz, what kind of person were you, you ask? Slowly, word by word, Aziz tells you his origins. He was raised by the Sultan's army from the western desert region when he was only 10, too young to understand. His height saved him from being chosen for the palace by the Sultan's eunuchs, thus barely retaining his male dignity. I remember my father had 500 camels. My mother was the most beautiful woman near the oasis, arms full of bracelets. He still speaks slowly, but his gaze shifts, seemingly looking at the moon. When I wanted roast lamb, they let me choose from the flock. I knew which was the best meat. I only ate the best. Sultan's army would kill all sons of the leader, so when they came, my mother had me swap clothes with the maid's son. What happened afterwards needs no further words. He ended up in the capital, and your steward chose him from the slave market. The vicissitudes of fate are truly moving. You sigh gently and look at Aziz again, feeling that this slave has somehow changed. The pride of old has seemingly returned to his body, and he has more charisma, more combat, and more wisdom for it. Silently, you ask him if he ever thought of redeeming his freedom. Aziz still has no expression, appearing numb, calm, or perhaps hiding something. Slowly, he answers, saying if you permit, master, he would prefer to serve you. Aww. He's very sweet. With your evil acts under the Sultan's card's reputation, youths of justice decided to challenge you. Because I have 3 infamy now. Problems. Alright. Things are getting crazy. So we have this challenger. Some so-called champions of justice decided to challenge you. I don't have any. We can make more lunchboxes if we want. We have a criminal if we want a stone level retainer. So... Okay. We have another Abdul problem. And Zaki is at court, giving us support. So we don't actually have to show up if we don't want to. What does my dear wife want? She just wants to be reassured. Well, I can reassure my wife. You don't have anything. You have these. Aziz. Can have Jasmine. Hold on. I don't know how to use this book, clearly. Alright, that's fine. Okay. These guys are stuck in there. He is stuck in this for another day. Let's do Habib. You guys can, you can teach them something. This requires sociability and charisma. She's better at it. He's even better. We will persuade. I think it's secret. Yeah. There we go. We'll get that done. Who do I want to send to court? You are not noble enough. So I think basically just her. Oh my god. She has 4 support on her. That's crazy. Okay. Oops. Yes, yes, yes. You'll be fine. The guest house is bigger. And it's all stone levels now. Of course. Of course. Interesting. And the prison. Tea party is unfortunately going to expire and it needed my wife. But my wife had other concerns, so I guess the tea party will just have to come back around. I got 2 people and I got nowhere to send them, really. Unless they want to deal with the famous Hamar brothers. They could probably take it, actually. There we go. Let's take them down. Or we could have done the Wolves Den. It doesn't matter either way. That's everybody. Alright, this is officially the downward spiral, guys. So, like, am I making really great choices here? No. But I am doing all the things. So, bear with me. Here we go. You plan to implement the scheme you and Novel discussed in your territory, spending some money to help the poor learn some skills. The teachers you sent to teach the poor in your territory is surrounded and don't escape for 3 days and nights. People eagerly asked how to be a mason, carpenter, musician, painter, brewer, tomb raider, any profession and skill they can think of that they want to learn. You quickly ensure no one is teaching the residents how to be tomb raiders, since your ancestral graves are within the territory. They won't do anything to your family's graves, my lord. They'll be grateful to you, Jawad says with a smile on their face. As the saying goes, a pair of skilled hands is a tool for gold, and you have granted them endless gold. Mr. Scrake, welcome in. Thank you for the lurk. It's always a pleasure to have you, and I hope your gaming today is enjoyable. Alright, we are at the bathhouse. What information do we learn at the bathhouse? Silver something. Silver intuition. Nice. The famous Hamar brothers. Well, yes, if you have a skill, you can earn gold for presenting that skill to someone who will pay you for it. Seems like a job for a reliable talent rogue. Yeah, I agree. It is said that the brothers Hamar and Jamor, who occupy this place, are infamous and cruel highway robbers. One values life more than money, and the other values money more than life. If someone is unfortunate enough to encounter them together, they will have neither money nor life. The security team warns passing caravans to hire enough guards and avoid this dune area whenever possible. The whereabouts of the Hamar brothers have been exposed, but capturing them is not easy. I don't even have enough dice to attempt. So I've gotten people killed. I don't like that. I may have to redo the day. Compared to this humble shelter, all other treasures you built fade away. And for what is stored here is the most precious and beautiful treasure of all, the future. Oh, you're not here to learn to cook from me, but everything else is quite similar. Cooking is about managing everything. Everything can be managed like cooking. Take roasting meat, for example. Habib rambles on for a while as children's mouths water uncontrollably. So he sets up a pot, lays out tools, and cooks with the children. Ay. Yep. Prelude to chaos. 9 murders occurred in a single night. Shepherds report 14 miscarriages at dawn. Visitors to the House of Delights multiplied sevenfold. And the Sultan execute 3 innocent court performers in one fell swoop. But people are still willing to make me money. Well, this day is kind of... We're gonna have to redo it. So... When disaster struck and your wife dismissed most of the servants to keep them from being caught up in this cruel game, unfortunately not everyone appreciated your goodwill. One person stole some money. Luckily, he was caught just as he was about to spend it. I am gonna redo this day, so I'm gonna leave the money and let him go. Jeez Louise. Alright. Yeah. I'm not... This is all gonna be redone, so just give me a moment. Oh, that's how you get rid of infamy. Alright, cool. Got the army's approval. Okay. Just give me a moment, guys. We're going through this so that I can redo it. No, no, no. I will not accept the loss of 2 people. Go back. Yes. Go back. I got insight from that. In the fleeting moment of crossing through time, you seem to glimpse 2 twisted shadows watching you. Alright, so this did not go well. We will not send them to their death. That's the only thing I want to do. They can probably do this one. The Hamar brothers were too much for them. I did that wrong. So, here we go. We'll try this again. Whoopsie poopsie. 1, 2, 3, go. This is what actually happened. What we did before didn't actually happen. Ultimately, human wisdom prevailed. You successfully located the wolf's lair, forcing the Wolf King to confront you directly. We just need 1 success to win. 8 successes. Very good for us. Perfectly killed the Wolf King and hunted down the pack. They each get combat for their efforts. Nice. You plan to implement the scheme you and Noffel discussed in your territory, spending some money to help the poor learn some skills. They wanted to learn all the things, and quickly the teacher was stuck there for 3 days. We gained some renown, we gained notoriety. Fantastic for us. In the bathhouse, what did we learn in actuality? We learned a bronze something. A bronze opportunity. Not bad. So that's pretty decent. Was a silver intuition before, but that's okay. The nursery, Habib teaches. And he teaches harmony. It's very good. Prelude to chaos, bad things happen. Do we make good money today? We absolutely do. We make it twice. And something noteworthy has happened. Okay, so now we can actually do what this is. So the servants were dismissed to save them from the game, ultimately, as many of them as we could afford to live without. And one of them stole from us, but was caught just about as he was about to spend the money he stole. So, do we say this is money given to him by me, and we just be like, no, he didn't steal from us. This was his severance pay. Do we let him atone with his body, where he will be killed in our failed rebellion? Or do we tell him, leave the money and let him go? This is solved. No harm, no foul. 1, it's not like we care anymore. It's true, we don't. We are in the death spiral, you guys. I made a oopsie poopsie, and we are probably gonna die. But we did get rid of infamy, which is good. You let him go, perhaps out of mercy or perhaps out of fatigue. We gain renown and get rid of infamy, which we needed to do anyway. Frequent appearances at court are important. We got inside information for having more support than opposition. The Sultan is now a little bit more weary, and we got tactics this time from Fatuna going there. With her 4 support, she's a powerhouse in the palace. Some so-called champions of justice decided to challenge you, like dumbasses. I didn't mean to. We need 1 success to survive this. We got 2. Roaming Swordsman 1, knocking the challenger to the ground. We gained influence, and since we mercifully spared the challenger, we also lost infamy and gained money. You just robbed him blind instead of killed him. A report indicates that noble warriors in the army are treating common soldiers brutally. This is not surprising. After all, soldiers tend to imitate their leaders. The real question is this something you need to address personally? Try to persuade Abdul to do the right thing. Okay. You let the vizier mistakenly believe the Sultan would like this. Carrying the bloodshed card, you tour the army, casually questioning soldiers about bullying. A mere pause of your gaze is enough to terrify those noble youths who preyed on the weak, leaving them drenched in sweat. In any case, this should keep them well behaved for some time. It's understandable. The Sultan neither expects nor appreciates your way of playing the game, but we did gain influence and the army's approval. Here is the prison for nobles and serious criminals. Unlike what the common people might imagine, there are no gold toilets. There's just better food than you would think. But we did pay for Raid's release, and now we have an extra follower who supports us. Now everyone says the Sultan card freed your nature, allowing you to do what you love most. Rape, bloodshed, what others think doesn't matter much. But what Maggie thinks? You try to comfort your wife. Oh, let's hopefully comfort her. Whew, just enough. She chooses to trust you. Is Maggie worried about the sin for kindness or fearing punishment in the future? You feel it's neither, but know this woman won't abandon you. Not now. Not before you truly commit those imagined crimes. Okay. Well, we've got things going on and somebody's already fucked off again. It's fine. These are the people that we have. Raid is new. Not a noble enough to go to court, but still apparently supports us. We have the leader of the vagrants, the head thief, a former minor noble as a slave, an actual wealthy widow of a noble and her son, a greedy courtier, and a very skilled roaming swordsman, as well as our wife, fully upgraded to amazingness amongst our followers. Oh, yay. We have confession? Okay. How many? We have 3 piety. We can actually do something with this. Reassess your piety. Piety's examination. We're gonna upgrade this. That's what I'm deciding to do. Fetch him back, because he's a dumbass. Who's here? Adil? Not a big deal. Jawad, go take care of it. Who still has Lady Becky? Is it my wife who still has Lady Becky? Probably. Yes. Okay. This is not a problem. She can stay there. Okay. You must deal with the estate. Zeki can talk to Adilla. A woman dressed as a warrioress blocks your doorway, aggressively demanding an explanation. As soon as she sees you, Adilla gives you an angry rant. That rhino was her prey. She had been tracking it for months. And when she finally managed to wound it, you swooped in and claimed the trophy. She is deeply upset. You try to talk to her, but she wants none of your excuses. She will solve this the warrior's way. She proposes a competition over a powerful lion outside the city. Whoever hunts down the prey first wins. If you lose, she wants you to return the white rhino skin to her. Her family sword is just in need of a beautiful rhino hide sheath. But if you win, she tilts her chin up, pride gleaming in her eyes. Clearly, she finds the notion absurd. Then I will acknowledge defeat, and you may do with me as you wish. As you wish. Ha! You glance at the Sultan card in your hand. Well, perhaps. Okay. I forgot that one resolves immediately, but it's fine. We has the money. Would we rather the equipment, though? I mean, it's not going to help us in the long run. We have 2 more days to survive. And it's, yeah, we're just screwed. It's fine. Now, the famous Hamar brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Whoa. That's right. Zaki's a powerhouse. Okay. Nope. 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 Let's see if they can do it now. Might as well. Is there anyone? Where did the prison go to? I don't even know. Oh wait, before we do this, hold on. Let's see here. Yeah, none of those are gonna be actually helpful. It's just this guy. Alright. Recruitment successful. Forgot about that. Now we'll try the Hamar brothers again. There we go. That should help. They're still not back. Okay. Screw it. Here we go. I can buy all of that. All right. Aziz can have the greatsword. Zephyr has a spear already. So we'll give this to Aline. We'll give this to Raid. That will just work that out. Yeah. Good. Can also do a little bit of stealth stuff. Zephyr, Alim, Raid. Oh, and I need myself to be there. Jeez Louise. Well, we've got 3 days on that. So that's fine. That's the case. Can I do one of the others? Myself and Alim. Okay. And then last but not least, what about this one? We're learning things, guys. We're learning things. This one's a 5 and requires somebody. So, Zeke 3, what is... Yeah, Zephyr's got stuff. Halim, Aziz is gonna just get more. Zeke 2? Well, he's got a 7 with stuff. He's got a 6 with stuff. Maybe we'll do this instead. Everybody can enjoy a little bit of physique. That will be good for them. Yes, yes. Okay. Book hunt is survival and wisdom. Lots of survival. Don't have enough coins. Never mind. Don't worry about that. I think Aziz has gets to sit this turn out. We're dead in like 2 turns, so here we are. We're back to Infamy 1 though, which is very helpful. Here we go. It is said that the brothers Hamar and Jamor, who occupy this place, are infamous and cruel highway robbers. One values life more than money, and the other values money more than life. If someone is unfortunate enough to encounter them together, they will have neither money nor life. The security team warns passing caravans to hire enough guards and avoid this dune area whenever possible. The whereabouts of the Hamar brothers have been exposed, but capturing them is not easy. We need at least 2 successes to capture them out of 6. This is much better than what we had before. Beautiful. Each brother has his strengths and weaknesses. You had one companion disguised as a miserly merchant leading a camel alone, enticing the greedy Jamor. Without his cunning brother, the reckless Hamar, was no issue. You managed to separate them and defeat them individually, tying them up and marching them back to town well before sunset. And we both got a little bit of combat in the process, and some renown. The retainer fucked off, as they do. Another day. Lightning and thunder. The storm lasts the whole night. Huge lightning tears through the sky like a beast casting monstrous shadows over the city. You worry that your troops will be affected by the weather, but the next day is cloudless with blazing sun scorching the earth. People are still willing to come and bring money. Oh dear. It's not good money today. But it is what it is. We went to court. We got inside information for having more support than opposition. The Sultan is wearied. But because Jawad went, we got more secrets. Nabini has been fetched back. You often need to introspect, seeking God's voice with a sincere heart, closing your eyes and extending your hand in the cold sunlight and fountain. At this moment of spiritual connection, you seem to feel a touch of God's presence. Maggie has lost her piety mark, but divine touch, pure thoughts has been upgraded into divine touch, and we've gained some insight. Whether it will help us or not remains to be seen. Habib meticulously prepares a grand meal, enough to serve several people. Dinner's ready, and delicious food, close friends, there's no better setting for a meal. Everyone gets a point of physique who ate the meal. Excellent. Your deeds gained the righteous path's favor. Pray, miracles will occur. Event purifying fire has appeared. Anal wants to speak with us. Pack of vicious dogs is back. The hunting ground is up. That day, while passing by the Purist Order church, you suddenly noticed a group of suspicious individuals sneaking to the side of the sanctuary, carrying a huge, foul-smelling barrel. Surely they don't intend to dump that thing into the sanctuary, do they? The foreign merchant has stuff for us as well. Anal wishes to speak with us. Look at how many people we have. We're running out of places to put them. Anal finds you, her usually lively face now gravely serious as she kneels and presents her request. If you permit, I'd like to buy my freedom. I can gather the money. Madam has agreed. She even allowed me to save for it. She shyly presents you with a handful of small change, totaling about 2 gold coins. You're somewhat surprised and ask why she suddenly has this thought. In all, once more brings up the dream that made her uneasy. That noble, like a wolf, and the Sultan. If not for your kindness, I'd have been sent to them already, right? It's all because I'm a slave. All my happiness, all my joy are reflections on water, shatterable with a touch from master or master's master. But if I were free... She bites her lip, determined. I think I'd have more choices. You want to tell her even free people have masters, like ministers oppressed by the Sultan. But it seems since that vague dream, freedom has already lodged in her heart. What will we decide? This money will do. She will have bought her freedom. No need for money. You are just simply free. Take the money and do as you will. Or I don't like this idea. I depend on you to take care of my household and all. We like her. Option 2, she can keep the money. Is that what all of chat would like? Please let me know, you guys. I know that I am a very lurk-friendly chat. It's optional to weigh in on these things, but I always love to hear the thoughts of my friends. And as all of you are here, you're all my friends. So if you would like to weigh in, you may. Phoenix, PP, what is this? I'm being raided by Psycho Phoenix and her crew. Oh my gosh, PP, you're wonderful. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Welcome in. I am Mayrin Altheatover, aka May, and I play games with stories. That's my bag. I am a variety streamer who streams a single game at a time, basically. And we are currently playing Sultan's Game by Double Cross and 2P Games. And welcome in. This game is luscious. It's very, like, Middle Eastern, Arabian Nights, 1001 story, the 1001 Tales sort of feel. That's the vibe. And it's dark and dangerous and delicious. You went live today just so you could raid me? Oh, PP. I heart you so much. Thank you for joining me. If you need to raid and run, feel free. I am a lurk-friendly chat, so you are always welcome to sit back, relax, enjoy. This is your moment while I give the spiel to go grab a drink, grab a snack, go to the bathroom, whatever it is that you need to do, because Psycho Phoenix is always such a sweetheart, and thank you everyone who's come over from her channel. So yes, we have a conundrum. Of course I raid you all the time, PP. You're wonderful. I know she doesn't. She did this just for me, you guys. I'm so special. I don't know how to handle the love, so forgive me. But in Sultan's Game, we are in the death spiral of my 3rd run. So if you do not know the game, first of all, you can get the game here. Support these guys. They're doing great. Second of all, if you want to catch up with what I've been up to in the game, the VODs are over on YouTube. You can put this playlist on, preferably not while I'm live, but at any point in time that you have a moment, and see what I've been up to since to get me to this point. And thirdly, we have a choice to make that you guys can influence me. Those of you who have channel points because you come to my stream often can use your the channel points to crown yourself the ruler of the vote, or crown me queen of the vote, depending on whether or not you want to force my hand, or you want to take control for yourself. But the vote, as it were, is whether or not we will allow Anal, a very loyal servant, aka slave, of our household to buy her freedom. Whether we will just free her and let her keep the money she has saved for herself to find whatever life she wants to go to, or whether we don't like this idea at all and find out what that option does. I've never actually gotten this event, so help me make decisions, please. Doll, I am well. I'm having the time of my life. I love Sultan's Game. This game is, like, got me by its claws, and even though I know that I am in a death spiral in that right now, and we're just playing it out until the death happens in, like, a couple of turns, I'm having a blast, so... yeah. Feel free to weigh in on the choice that I have to make. Trav is starting off the vote with choice 2, no need for money, you are free. What would the rest of chat like to decide here? I will go with whatever's popular. Give me your thoughts. I have to poke the buttons anyway, but I would really love to hear what chat thinks about this situation. Frisk has also said number 2 because we've ripped off her entire life, so no money needed. Yes, absolutely. Oh my gosh. So much love from PP and her mods. You guys are the best. Well, it looks like the active consensus is no need for money, you are free. I'm down with that. Let's find out what happens. Listening to what you said, she stared at you dumbfounded, tears streaming down her face. How could there be such a kind master as you in this world? I almost want to continue being your slave. Oh, I really, thank you. She kissed your feet, washing them clean with her tears. Anal has formed a bond of fate with you. Our renown has gone up. Our renown is at 21 now. And she's still with us, she's just not a slave anymore. I mean, it says slave, but technically this is Bond of Fate. So that means that I have a Bond of Fate with, I think, 3 people now? No, I don't have it with Zaki. That was a different run. I do have it with my perfect, wonderful goddess of a wife. Oh my god. Aziz is blessed, but no Bond of Fate. I thought I had it with more than... Interesting. Okay. This is the protagonist. So yeah, we've named our protagonist Raid. He's Arzu by default, so there we go. Yeah, we had one in run 1, but we lost Zaki, so it didn't matter. That's how we can take her with us if we escape. Which, we still have the option. We don't have a location, but we do have a method to get out. Yeah, so here's all the cards that I currently have. Not a single one of them are technically Sultan's cards. Because we're trying to assemble the troops to rebel against the Sultan. We are not prepared. This is why it's the Death Spiral. Many turns ago, I made an oopsie, and I cannot go back far enough to fix it. So we're just basically attempting to do something. I don't... Okay. First of all, who's in court? Zaid is in court. We don't have any influence on him at all. We could quite literally send anyone, and I will send the best card in the game, Lady Becky. The only equipable follower. Lady Becky is... I have to tell you guys this. Lady Becky's the best. First of all, Lady Becky is a male kitten. Second of all, he is a follower. Third of all, he also counts as an accessory slot equipment, not an animal slot equipment. And fourth of all, the reason why Lady Becky is a male kitten is because a couple generations back, cat-wise, the cat who originally gained the noble title of Lady Becky was female. And every generation, every litter of kittens through the palace ends up gaining, one of them gains the title of Lady Becky. And currently Lady Becky lives at our house because Lady Becky has chosen to live there. So this cat can go to court for us. And when they go to court, they get rewarded by getting money. It's the most hilarious thing in the world. I love this cat. He is the best cat. PP, you are just the kindest, most wonderful woman in the world. I mean it. I mean it. Alright, so court is handled. Managing the estate. We did not lose Anal. So she can still handle our estate. Thank the gods for that one. Alim's feast requires myself and Alim. The candied fruits requires just me, but I want Alim to be there. I have to go to the brothel because I don't have the money. So I can do this, and then Alim's feast can have Alim. Oh shit, I have to be at both of those. Mother? Well, actually, they'll just go back into my hand. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Who wants to play with vicious dogs? I don't want anyone to be bait. You can go have a good time. I want money. Do I not have enough money? If you use gold coins, an extravagance card is necessary. That's why it won't let me do the money. Okay. So I guess a person has to be there. You're very sneaky. And they have, I think, more than enough to deal with this pack of vicious dogs. Okay. What's going on with the bug hunt? I don't care about the books hunt. Foreign merchant. Ooh. I don't have enough money to buy anything, but I do have enough money to go... Habib, go get the rent, please. Fantastic. Now I have a bit more money. I don't have enough money to buy either of these guys, which is fine. That's because I bought things here. That's really what that's come down to. And we do need to do this. But we don't have the coins to do the wager, so that will have to sit there and haunt me. We can decide... Do we... We can just decide to stop her. That might be fine. Who do I send? I send Zaki. Don't fuck up the church. I like the church. Oh, wait. This is the one where we can destroy a Sultan card, and this is what I needed for Gold Conquest, and I didn't have it. I didn't have this choice yet. It makes me mad. Yeah, it was not fine. It's absolutely not fine. Nothing is fine right now. Everything is horrific. Everything. Alright, who's going to the bathhouse today? Probably my beloved wife, because she's the best thing ever. Ooh, who could teach at the nursery today? I think I have enough money for that. I do. We've got Harmony and Freedom. Jawad, I guess, is the next on the list. Cool. That's a thing. I don't have enough money for this. That's fine. I need to go personally to that. That's fine. Is that it? Is that all I have open to do? Because nobody is here because of the brothel thing. I have things in the guest house that are very useless to me right now. I guess we could go on a heist. Do I have enough people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Except Mahir has to be here, and Mahir is locked in long-term research, which this is going to time out at the same time this does, and we might just die at the end of this turn. So it doesn't matter that they have nothing to do and nowhere to go. Let's find out what happens. The cult will offer to break any Sultan cards for you if you help. Don't fund them. And it's the best of both worlds. We're a best of both worlds. It's a little too late, Rikavi. We're in the death spiral because of Assemble the Troops. We have no army, so we're kind of fucked right now. Doll. I try to be sweet. I'm a nice person, just in general, but do I deserve support? I don't know about that. That's up to you guys. If you want to support me, there are many ways to do so. Following me here on my channel absolutely supports me, because the more people who show up when I stream, the better for my mental health. I like having lots of friends. Even though I'm an introvert, I like having lots of friends. You don't have to talk to me. You just have to, you know, be awesome. Obviously, watching the ads, if you are not going to support me monetarily, does help me. This is a huge help. The more people who watch the ads, the more ad money I get. It's pennies, but it's something, and it's appreciated. If you don't want to see those ads, but you follow a lot of streamers, Twitch Turbo is the cheapest option you have. The ads still count. You don't gotta watch them. I'm just saying. It's a win-win. And if you really just want to support me specifically, well, obviously, subscribe to my Twitch channel. It helps me out immensely. Go to my YouTube channel and comment and watch my videos over there. I don't make any money on YouTube, but it will certainly help me if I ever get to the point where I can make money on my YouTube channel, of which 90% of my content will be flagged because of music. But still, we can try. I don't edit anything over on YouTube. It's not polished. My thumbnails are garbage. I'm not expecting to become a YouTube sensation overnight, but it could be an extra bit of help. And if you want to, you know, be a bit more direct, bits are always welcome. But again, all of it's optional. If you just want to hang out and chill and lurk and follow and be free to do whatever you want with the rest of your hands and your day and your time, I totally understand. I'm just here for the company, man. And also not to be in a corporate drone or in a retail. I would like to escape that life, please. Help. All right. Enough faffing about. I have 21 renown, which means I'm a pretty good person. I have 1 infamy. I've gotten it up to 3. It was a bad time. I have 21 influence right now. I have 14 notoriety, which is pretty darn good. And I have 5 insight right now. I also have 6 fate points for when we finish this run, plus however many I get from breaking cards. So there are 12 out of the 28 full deck left to deal with. And I could pull cards to do things with them, but I'm not, because I'm in a death spiral and there's no point. But I have currently survived for 44 days. You can see what cards we've broken. She made us break a lot of bloodshed cards, and I'm just unhappy about this. And ultimately, it's this gold conquest card that is going to be the death of us. The death. Rallying the troops with no troops is going to be interesting. That's why I'm saying it's the death spiral, Rukavi. It's the death spiral. We're just doing things to do things at this point. But we're going to play it out to the bitter end. So with all that being said, let's find out what happens. After 2 projects of collaboration with Mahir, actually, it's after 3 projects of collaboration at this point, because this is number 4. Mahir considers us our best partner, and she hopes to form a closer, long-lasting relationship with you, just like before. You invest, she conducts research, and happiness is that simple. You provide Mahir with your sponsorship. What new ideas does she have this time? Will she succeed? We need 5 successes. We have 25 dice to get 5 successes on, because I am an excessive bitch about this. And this is on normal difficulty. Like, we're not on easy mode anymore. Do you think 16 successes is enough, guys? Should I reroll this? Every time I just go overboard on this, I am always very amused with myself. But here we are. Mahira comes to you excitedly, announcing her success. She enjoys success, enjoys researching new things, and overcoming new challenges. Most of all, she enjoys sharing both the hard work and the joy it brings to you. We now have no Aether, but we have created a flamethrower. A flash of inspiration. Mahir seems to have come up with another strange new idea. Mahir comes to you with flushed cheeks, seemingly proud of her new idea. I've thought of an idea that will definitely make money, and will drive every man crazy, she declares. As soon as you hear it, you'll immediately want to fund me. You let her speak. Let me ask you a question first. What do men truly desire? Now, remember, our protagonist is male. So, do men truly desire money? Do they truly desire power? Do they truly desire love? Or do they truly desire knowledge? Chat, weigh in. What are we thinking? What do you think our protagonist, Raid, truly desires as a man? Give me your thoughts. Weigh in. But tell me why. Men truly desire cat girls? I think all people desire cat girls. I desire cat girls too, and I am a she-her all the way down, so. I don't think it's just men. I don't know about y'all, but I desire video games. Yes, but what does that come over? Money, power, love, or knowledge, Raptor? And also welcome in. It's been a hot second since you've said hi. Absolutely, Trav, for the head pats. The head pats. Cat girls and head pats, man. I want to be a cat girl, and I want to have a cat girl, and we will just sit there and pat each other. It's fine. Yes. Great, I've been settled back in at home, helping around the house, spending time with friends. That's fantastic, Raptor. I'm so glad. I know that you graduated from college very recently, and we're all very proud of you. But you've been missed here. I always love your commentary when you're here, so I'm glad that you've been enjoying yourself, but please come back. Okay. Anybody else want to actually give me a serious answer between money, power, love, or knowledge? Again, if you have the channel points, you can absolutely crown yourself the monarch of the vote, whether it's king, queen, or monarch for any of your preferred pronouns, or whether you want to force me to make a decision and crown me queen of the vote instead. It's up to you. There are options. Yeah, you've been missed. I just am letting you know that I missed your company, Raptor. I'm not pointing you out specifically when it comes to weighing in on this decision. I'm just acknowledging that it's been a while since I've seen you and I missed you. I do try to remember the people who hang out here regularly. Just saying. I just need help making this decision. You guys are being very unhelpful, which never bodes well. Literally never. Broccoli! Welcome in! Thank you for the lurk, my man. If you have an idea of whether money, power, love, or knowledge is what men truly desire, please weigh in, because nobody else is being helpful. Help me, Broccoli. You're my only hope. Yes, I'm a Star Trek fan. Yes, I'm a Star Wars nerd. Yes, I mismatched that on purpose. Because it's a fun little thing to do. I'm a geek in too many geekdoms. I don't know what to tell you. Really, you guys? Fine. Lurk. I see how it is. You would go with love. The power of love. Broccoli, you've saved us. Thank you for your vote. The power of love that is. Loneliness is the only reason heroes fall. Solitude is the curse that haunts monarchs. The only thing that can grant a man peace is the love from a lover. This answer excites Mahir. Just a little bit more. Almost right. To truly enjoy love, you need one more thing that every man desires, and that is... what a man wants is a substantial appendage. Oh, God. We fell right into that. The true money in life is the wisdom and the power of love. And honey dates. You guys are funny. An invigorated, rotating, self-adjusting, tireless golden phallus. Unsure of how to reply, as she produces a sample unrequested, with Mahir's details. Infused with aether, it operates further without care, attaches with ease to heightened pleasure. Solid yet comfortable, tingling, frigid, incendiary settings. Dizziness strikes as she insists. Attempt it. Men would desire it. Okay. We could, for the time being, ask one more question. We could say, you know what, that's actually a really great idea. Or, get that thing away from me, what the fuck? Fujashi Mahir and the ultimate weapon. I know, Rukavi, right? I think it's women who will be the main market for that. Not 100%, but mostly. You know, actually, I think it would be either gender. Women want to wear it. Men and women want to make use of it. Just saying. This is an age where pegging is not uncommon. There's an achievement for using it on the Sultan. Oh, maybe we have to go for that next time, Rukavi. That might be run 4. See if we can't peg the Sultan. God, that's gonna be a fun time. I don't know how to do it, but maybe we'll try for number 4. We've got to finish out number 3, though, because this is the death spiral, and here we go. So, how do we answer this time? Ask a question, say it's a good idea, or... Mahir, I'm running away now. That's crazy. Weigh in, chat. Help. What should we say? Please, Mr. Craig, laugh, die laughing. This is hilarious. I love the humor of this freaking game. They have a great sense of humor here. Like, it's all doom and gloom and serious, but oh my god, there are moments where you're like, that's what you're going with? Oh, it's the best. I have one person who says, yes, it's indeed a good idea. Mahir decided that, thrusting machines were the way to go. You were fighting with Nair. Oh, no. I have 3 options. Pick one. This bozo attacks smoke powder bombs, killing himself. Oh my gosh, what an idiot. Let's just ask one more question. Sure, it did a lot of damage to me too, but... Wow, not the brightest candle of the bunch, was he? Kavi wants to ask one more question. Bruce is like, it's a good idea. Mr. Scrake, which one? 1 or 2? I'll let you be the tiebreaker. You don't even have to know what's going on. What are we doing? Okay. Great idea. I must admit, even if this isn't the most wanted thing by a man, at certain times, it could definitely be in the top 3. Mahir becomes more excited after receiving your affirmation, and she rattles off more benefits of this thing. Finally, she takes out a small wooden box. Just cut off your current one and give it to me. I'll take it back and make a mold based on it, and I can have it done in no time. Cut it off? And shouldn't it be 3 times bigger? Oh my god, that's the most hilarious thing I have ever seen in my life. We've clearly never gotten past the flamethrower one. Of course you saw that coming, Trav. It's great. Alright, to rescue her tribeswomen from becoming prostitutes, Rael plans to sneak into the House of Delight's auction. Do you have any good strategies? Sneak in, who do you think I am? Who are you? You're the city's renowned power broker. Who would dare question you or your companions? You told Rael she could stroll right in, and if asked, simply say she was your bodyguard. She laughed and slapped your shoulder, calling you a keen judge of character. You struggled to hide your pain, trying not to grimace. Ow. Well, she just got upgraded. You drove out those criminals, but your ambiguous attitude awakened some people's ambitions. Alright, well, we're at the bathhouse again. Let's find out what information we get. Silver what? Silver tactics. Okay. And shit happens. Okay. Your wife encounters some trouble in the bathhouse. Well, that's not good. Why would anyone trouble my wife? She's a goddess. Compared to this humble shelter, all other treasures you built fade away. For what is stored here is the most precious and beautiful treasure of all, the future, which we will never see because we're about to die. Well, well, look who's here. You poor boys got lucky today. Uncle Jawad is the only one who can teach you anything useful. Jawad apparently enjoys the children's adoring gazes. The most important thing for humans is to earn money. Buy low, sell high. It's not just about money. Think about everything. How can you profit from it? Of course, once you've earned money, you basically have everything. Hey kid, don't get distracted. Write it down. Every tiny detail I say next will earn you big in this lifetime. What? How to write earn? Damn, coming here is a real loss. Harmony has been switched with prosperity, apparently. Don't like that. Yeah. Only one sun in the sky. After your banner appeared on the horizon, news of war finally reached the Lapis Lazuli Hall. It is said the setting sun was like blood, soaking the court. The Sultan laughed with madness while you ordered the soldiers to launch an attack with the morning sun the next day. And everything else matters not. This is the story of a man of great charisma who attracted many followers to serve by his side. For a great game to continue, a few sacrifices are necessary. We got 15 followers this run. The most followers we've ever had. These are all of my peeps. All of my peoples. So many peoples, they don't even fit. And I even have a betrayed friend as a prisoner. And some street urchins. Oh boy, the flamethrower does combat! Oh hell yeah. Oh hell yeah. I am equipping that immediately. I'm also equipping Lady Becky. As I can. Do we have anyone else the pet slot? No. Yeah, because Aziz has Jasmine and Zephyr has the stallion, the black stallion, and I think everyone else does not have shit. Oh, never mind. Apparently you can have the gold bird. There you go. That's all the equipment that I have. Everything that can be equipped is equipped now. To somebody. Alright, so 1 out of the 4, because this guy, this is their decision, you cannot interfere. So Nabini is now against us. Ferris, Captain Seliman, and Jabal are not in. Interesting. We don't have troops. Nor do we have enough money for this shit. Point to messenger, his stealth and survival will aid the protagonist, and a standard bearer, his charisma will aid. This is gonna go so freaking badly, you guys. I have 2 gold coins. No troops. None whatsoever. Here's the protagonist. Stealth and survival. Who has the biggest? 3 and 3. Nope. Actually, I think it's probably Zephyr. Yep. 6 and 6. And then my standard bearer is charisma. So you have 4, you have 7. I actually think it's currently you. That's it. This is what I got. Everything else is fucked. I can't even click yes because I was supposed to have troops and money. I can click yes here. As you prepare to overthrow the Sultan, keep in mind that some of your followers vowed to protect the Sultan with their lives, and they are warriors who keep their word. He's your friend, but also the Sultan's champion. Nabani was relaxed as if he were attending a dance party. He filled both of your glasses and wished you all the best in your rebellion, as if he were joking, and hoped that he would see you before the Sultan. Then, my dear friend, we would be able to kiss each other with swords. How romantic. He's gone. That's it. I can't. Even if I put people in here, I can do nothing. I die. You fail to muster your forces. The Sultan spots flaws riddling your ranks and sends cavalry charging straight for your tent while you dawdle lost in thought. Thus, the rebellion ends. The Sultan has sensed your intent to rebel. Would you like to accept this defeat? Yes, because returning to the start of the round just does nothing. Against thy conscience. Blood of the Rebel. Sultan has sensed your intent to rebel. House of Treasures 2. We died. Managing the Estate 3. Blood of the Rebel. You must understand, once you set foot on this path, there can be no more hesitation. This time, you have successfully resolved Sultan cards. Fate has taken notice. 16 fate points. And that is the end of run 3. Alright, so this is the story of a courtier who, in order to break the Sultan's cards, acted against his conscience and was tortured by remorse. It is not your fault. We have broken 30 cards in total. This is the story of a courtier who spent a fortune building a special exhibition hall for his collection of treasures. The first time people visit, they are amazed. The second time, they pretend to be amazed. Acquire 5 treasures and build an exhibition venues for each of them. This has happened over 3 runs, though. Why did that happen? Broccoli, what happened was that I got a gold conquest card at a very awkward time, and I had no place to put it, so I panic put it in, let's start the rebellion. Thus the death spiral began. Going back enough turns to undo that choice became not really an option because the card either would have gotten us executed for not being able to complete it, or we would have died somewhere else because we had no armies. Like, you literally cannot use Gold Conquest until you have access to army. Period, the end. Period, the end. And I had not gotten to the point where I could do that yet. So, that's why Death Spiral. This is the story of a gracious host who held grand feasts for his many friends. Nobles need not labor, they only need be respectable. We have managed the estate over 100 times. This is the story of bathhouse regulars exchanging news and other things amidst the steam. A man should also protect himself when away from home. We have visited the bathhouse 50 times. This is the story of a courtier who, to avoid his colleagues' slanders, diligently attends court even when there's nothing to discuss. It seems you do not yet have enough supporters in the court. We have participated in the grand game 50 times cumulatively. So that is the extra points. We are now at 28 fate points to spend in Fate's Ledger. For run number 4. Yeah, we were not ready for Gold Conquest. Regardless of where we could have put it, we were not ready for Gold Conquest, and there was no way we could have traded it. So here we are. We have 28 points to spend wisely to set up for our next run. Glimpse of God is out of reach. Let's go with boons not owned, just to filter out the stuff that we already have. Diamond is unbreakable. Gives us an extra noble card at the start. Gratitude of the Seamstress is the same. I believe it's a follower, not necessarily noble. Blood is thicker than water means Arzuna, our sister, our half-sister or something like this, will join us at the start. And the final Fairweather friend, Hassan, will also come join us. So those are cards, much like Lady Becky, that we can afford. Old Habits Die Hard means that we get lucky boxes at the very beginning. We could also instead upgrade our wife to a gold without having to make her unhappy first. That would probably be a good idea for that gold carnality card. We can also give ourselves extra fortune to start out with. There are lucky, there's a couple of amulets that you can get for just starting out. You can also upgrade your ancestral armor for that choice while you're building what kind of character run you're going to have. There's also the charisma amulet as well, which gives you the ability to attend only the grand game only once per week to ensure that you get the influence versus the majority of the time. Now, we can also improve our followers, our starting followers. Either improve Faraj if you're gonna go progressive, or Aziz if you're gonna go conservative. We didn't have enough points for that last time. There's the bookshop loyalty cards so that we can spend less gold coins on the bookshop, much like we're spending less gold coins on the bathhouse. To get all the books quickly. Blessing of the Stars is out of reach, and as is the Magician's Boon. Neither of these we care about as of yet. Secret Twins also out of reach by like 2 fate points, which is kind of sad. We could have an additional property to start off with, which would help allow us to get in Barat much more quickly. We can also add 4 extra Sultan cards of the Stone tier to the game to shift the RNG closer to the lower end of the cards. There's these cards where you start out with certain levels of renown, infamy, notoriety, influence, or insight at the beginning of the game, making the start of the game a lot easier because you're not having to chase those coin related stats. So where do we want to go with this? The Seamstress is a good choice. Malkina. I actually think I kind of want to upgrade my wife right off the bat for gold, because that means that gold extravagance and gold carnality are sorted. The cards that will cause us to go and that will cause us to end up in a death spiral will be gold bloodshed and gold conquest, which does lower how problematic the deck currently is. But if I do that, I can only afford to upgrade Aziz or get money. Again, if I grab one of the 20 worth NPCs, I can only upgrade Aziz or get money. I mean, Hassan and Malkina are both silver tier cards. They're not small. Jenna and Arzuna are bronze tier, which is fine. They are helpful. Technically, gold bloodshed will also be resolvable. I mean, yes, but do you really want to kill your wife? Like, gold bloodshed can be used on a couple of people. Abdul. The gold consort to the Sultan. The Sultan himself. As well as Sharma's father. Although I think that might end up requiring a gold conquest instead. So there's a couple of places that you can use them, but you have to build up to it, essentially. They tend to be kind of the death of you. Is the thing. But yes, you could sacrifice your wife if you wanted to, if she was gold. So I would just prefer to have our wife be gold for carnality sake, primarily. And then it's a matter of starting funds or upgrading Aziz. Period. Getting those set up is tricky. Maggie would be useful for early gold carnality and for being generally awesome. Yeah. Just generally awesome. I actually think that that's probably our smartest decision this early on in our fate point spends. We've upgraded ourselves fully. So, like, the boons that I already have is I have Lady Becky. She's amazing. Well, he's amazing. I've upgraded Arzu completely, and I did upgrade Maggie at least once. I've given myself a little bit of extra money, and I've gotten the Bath VIP card, which has paid dividends. Oh my god. So that's what we currently have. I can turn any of them off. I'm not going to do any such thing. Whereas the boons not owned, I've got options. I can buy 2 10-point things and do other things, but the 10-point things are useful, but not particularly that big a deal. The bookshop loyalty card would save us a lot of money in the long term, but I don't mind like, I can go to the bookshop and not spend money, so that's not that big a deal for me. Because influencing the nobles there is very useful. But yeah, I mean, I could upgrade Maggie and then upgrade Aziz, continue being a conservative noble to have the upgraded Aziz, and go that route. It would upgrade 2 cards that I already have access to in a way that I cannot do any other way. So Aziz would no. What it does is it gives him +2 combat and +1 physique. So his stats at the beginning of the game are just better. It doesn't actually make him a higher level tier card. But he's actually a really good card already. In some ways, he's a better card than Faraj, and I like Faraj. He's great. But yeah. So, I think we're gonna go with Maggie and Aziz. So this is what we've upgraded. We have Lady Becky, the best cat in the game. We've upgraded Arzu all the way. Our wife is now upgraded all the way. We have a little bit of extra fortune starting off. And Aziz is upgraded, as well as we have the VIP card. Can I upgrade Aziz again? Does he have... No, but you can then upgrade Zephyr. And I imagine once you buy Zephyr, you can upgrade in all. He doesn't become any higher than stone, but his stealth and survival go up. So that's actually really great. But I don't have the points for that. So here we go. Interesting. But that's where we start. Shall we start a new game, chat? Shall we start again and see how much better we can do? You know I'm going to. I'm in love with this game. We're playing some more. I have completed the tutorial before. If you want to see me play through the tutorial, there are 2 ways to go about it. First of all, if you want to see me do it, you can go to YouTube. Check out the very first episode of the playlist of Sultan's game. It'll be there. Secondly, you can go and buy the game on Steam yourself and play through it and make different decisions than I did. Because, let me tell you, it's a fun tutorial, but I don't need to play it again. Slambright, welcome in! It's been a hot second since you've been here. You realized today that you're madly in love with me? I knew that. Also, you're married, so good luck with that. It's nice to see you, my friend. You and your sass have been missed in my life. I send you TikToks every once in a while. I don't know if you ever look. Anyway, let's get back into Sultan's game. Alright, we're not going to easy mode. We're going to normal mode. I refuse to do hard mode because Magician hates me enough as it is. So we only have a 50% success rate for dice rolls. It's even Stevens, and we all know that mostly the dice hate me, but sometimes they don't. We have 10 rewinds that we can have. I only used like one or two of them in my last run because by the time I realized just how bad things were going to go, it was too late. You get 2 initial gold auto success die. They're very happy. And you can only exchange 1 Sultan card every 7 days. So, oh boy. I have played Balatro. I have not streamed Balatro. I find Balatro to be a very fun thing to do when I need distraction for my hands and a little bit of puzzleage. But yes, I have played Balatro, just I do not stream it. I am not very good at it. There are much better people to watch play Balatro than me. Trust me. So, onward we go. Your story begins. How will you end this Sultan's game? Will you win by drawing all the cards like the Sultan himself, or... What do we want our name to be for run number 4? Arzu? As the default, since we haven't been Arzu since run number 1, or do we want a new name? And no, Trav, I'm not gonna go with Bob. You're finding yourself highly drowned in the game. I don't blame you, Slambright. You have the mind for it. I bet you are much better at Balatro than I am. What stake have you gotten on yellow deck? Because I've only gotten up to purple stake. I can't quite pass it. You suggest Colin? I mean, it's not a regionally specific name, but it's decent. Name them I'm in love with Slam? No, Slambright. That's not how we're doing that. Look, Trav, I'm just surprised that you suggested any name other than Bob. Let's be honest. That's why I'm contemplating it at all, because usually you're just like Bob. Chat, my lovely chat. Anybody else have name suggestions? Throw them my way. I would love to hear them. Serious name suggestions only, Slambright. You and your sass. I can put you in timeout, mister. I'm usually pretty laid back, but I can put people in timeout. You've been unlocking the decks? I'm really struggling with the black deck, but have unlocked most of the others. Yeah, black deck is hardest. I need to, well, see, the thing is I am to the point where I need to get any deck up to orange stake to unlock the next deck. And yellow deck is the easiest deck because of the extra money at the beginning. So I can't get past purple stake because orange stake is, I think it's like purple and then orange. And I just can't even get past purple stake on yellow deck when, you know, things are in your favor money-wise. I just can't do it. So that's kind of where I've stalled out in Balatro unlocking things, and I can't even get to gold stake, and that's where I generally watch people play. So Arzu the Second. Potato is a good name. Broccoli, you're not wrong. Potato is a good name. But we're kind of in the wrong game for that. Cooking... What is it? Cooking Pals or Cooking Buddies or whatever that horror game is. There's an actual character named Potato in it. Just saying. You vote for Novel? No, he's a character in the game already. I'm not gonna have the Novel situation. Oh, no. No, Trav. No, Slam. You guys are the worst. I heart you both, but geez Louise. Totally different name. No, I'm gonna go with Fries's very, very reasonable suggestion of Arzu the Second. It's very reasonable. Arzu the Second it is. What do we want? The ancestral armor has not been upgraded, so military family is not the good suggestion. But we could have extra gold or extra influence. That +3 influence at the beginning of the game means that we can get to the prison a lot sooner. And we have yet to finish Quais's quest line. Like, at all. We have never once actually gained him as a follower. So maybe having the going traditional noble for the influence rather than merchant family for the coin might be in our favor, because Lady Becky can get us coins at court. Just saying. What do we think, chat? Weigh in. I'm still gonna poke the buttons I'm gonna poke, but at the very least you guys get a say. Sure, start with some influence. It'll make things easier. It does, actually. It makes things a lot easier. Alright. Alright. What personality stuff do we want? Do we want sociability and charisma? Do we want combat and physique? Do we want wisdom? Okay. We had this conversation last time we were starting again. Sociability and charisma is great if you're gonna go and be the talky protagonist. Combat and physique ends up being the thing that you do more often with your protagonist, but having the extra wisdom means that your protagonist, when the opportunity presents itself, can read more of the books and upgrade themselves appropriately, because some of the books require you to have a certain level of wisdom to read at all. That is kind of where we're at. So, do we want our noble to have words, strength, or mind? Chat, I've given you the rundown. Weigh in. Words? You want to go words this time? Interesting choice. I mean, it's not a bad choice. There are no bad choices amongst these three choices. It's just an interesting choice. Alright. Words it is. We're gonna go with conservative because we upgraded Arzu, and you can't get him if you take Faraj. So that was a choice we made while I was buying things. How do we want our perfect gold card wife, gold tier wife to be? Do we want her to be strong and combative? Do we want her to have wisdom and sociability? Or do we want her to have physique and charisma? Now, we both know that sociability is the gatekeep for many of the things. Valor, wisdom, or beauty? What other ending apart from running away have we had? Well, we just failed a rebellion, Broccoli. That's it. We ran away, failed rebellion. We've not actually finished out the deck, ever. Mostly death, yes. I was gonna offer my opinion, but you don't like it. Slambright, just because I don't pick your opinion doesn't mean I don't like you having one. There's a difference. It's all fun and games here. We're all friends. I get the feeling we're never getting Faraj again since we do like these three a lot. We will get Faraj again. It's fine. It's just we had just upgraded Arzu, so what was the point of getting Faraj? He's not upgraded yet. Yeah, Broccoli, I'm sorry. I'm very bad at this game. Mostly death. Death, and more death. Perhaps we should just finish out the deck and see what happens. Alright, I'm gonna go with wisdom, since you guys are not being helpful. Here we go again. The Sultan considers selecting a player as part of the game itself, forcing you to participate in these cruel games on his behalf. He pardons any possible crimes you might commit while resolving a Sultan card, such as murder, adultery, robbery, and hoarding troops. Not out of mercy, but out of expectancy for a performance of a lifetime. Remember, you only have 7 days to break a Sultan card, or you'll find yourself just but another victim of this wicked game. Here we go. We must draw a card. This is who we have. Magician is being spicy right off the bat. Bronze bloodshed. Right off the bat. It's all fun and games until the last of my self-esteem is destroyed. Then it's just fun. No, I'm thinking then it's just games. Well, the magician has spoken. She's decided that she did not have enough fun getting us killed already. You drag your weary body from the court. The courtiers silently watch you, some relieved they aren't the ones advising the Sultan, some secretly delighted in your misfortune, and some genuinely sympathize with you. But none of that matters anymore. You are embroiled in the Sultan's game. With the cards in your hand, burning like coals, you have 7 days to break it. After that, you'll draw the next card and the struggle will continue. And the next. And the next. And so on. The carriage traverses the city and to your residence, the bustling market, steaming bathhouse, and the comings and goings of people receding behind. Soon you return home, where your wife, already informed of the news, stands waiting at the door. You walk quickly to embrace her. You are still alive, and life must go on. I know how it all works. Thank you very much. So we have 3 points of influence, 2 gold die. These are literally everything that we have. And we're going to auto-sort them back into place. Because I have filters on. Very handily. Okay, who is at court? Fatuna is at court. We need somebody to go to court. Lady Becky, make us some money at court. Unless we want to kill her. I don't think so. As for the bookstore... Emaine is at the bookstore? Well... getting ourselves a book. Our lovely wife and in all will take care of the household. And as for the bathhouse, neither of these guys have enough charisma, and neither of them have any sociability whatsoever. But Aziz is going to the bathhouse anyway, in the hopes that we get anything at all. This is the beginning. Let us move forward. How soon should the bitch appear? She has not appeared yet. I don't know what actually procs her, but she's a silver. So honestly, you want a silver bloodshed to deal with her most of the time. As much as she can break any lower than silver, you really want to use her for a silver, because then you have not enough targets for these silver cards. So this is where RNG is currently settled. It's balanced more towards the lower end than the upper end. If we had gotten one more of each of the stone level cards here, it would be balanced even further towards the lower end than the upper end. So we still have ample opportunities to get these high tier cards this early in the game. Bronze Bloodshed is a problem, but it's not the biggest problem we could have right now, honestly. So, onward. Frequent appearances in the palace are as necessary as water and air are to the living. Missing a friend only loses some benefits, but missing an enemy means not knowing the words that escaped their lips into the Sultan's ear. The nobles bigger like street ruffians, scrambling for food before their master. This is exactly what the Sultan wants to see. Palace intrigues have made the Sultan somewhat weary. Lady Becky sometimes unexpectedly gets rewarded for doing something herself. No one thought there was anything wrong with Lady Becky's appearance. Walking in the Sultan's palace feels like breaking through cobwebs, moving through the gaze of the ministers. In this game, more and more things entangle you. The warm flow of the water soothes your tense nerves. In these moments of fatigue and relaxation, people are always more likely to let slip their secrets. Here, you can gather all kinds of rumors, as well as tales of unrest, often dismissed by nobles with disdain, stories of bandits, adventurers, and demons. If something or someone hasn't been discussed in the bathhouse, it just doesn't exist. It's time to test your charisma. We need a single success to gain anything at all. Woohoo! We got a stone something. Couldn't get a word in and only occasionally got some fragmented news while pouring water on the copper basin in the sauna. But we got some inside information, and that will be useful. During your conversation with everyone, you unexpectedly learned about a matter that needs attention. The stares of people pierce your exposed skin. Even soaking in warm water, you can feel them like a fisherman's thrown spears and ropes. When you rise from the pool, there is the feeling of more and more things tugging and pulling at you, like a voyaging ship pulling at a whale it is hunting. People are still willing to come under your roof and share words, promises, and opportunities. A nod, a word shared, a handshake. Nobles need not labor to make a living. And if we get 3 successes out of the 7 dice that we have, we will get the highest amount of money. So if we get 1 success, we get 2 coins. If we get 0 successes, we get 1 coin. If we get 1 success, we get 2 coins. If we get 2 successes, we get 3 coins. And if we get 3 successes, we get 5 coins. So, we want 5. We got 5. Let's go. The clinking of coins makes you smile, but then you start to worry how long this kind of life will last. Ah, my wife. I adore you. Something noteworthy has happened. Recently, a highly explicit picture book has been circulating secretly in the city with you and the Sultan as the protagonists. Do we strike hard against the person who printed this? Do we subtly hint that we do not approve? Do we consult the Sultan on this one? Or do we go, hey, let me take a look. What do we do? This event always makes me laugh. Weigh in, chat. I want to know. Let's take a look. It's a good answer. It's a good answer. Take a look. We took a look last time. We did take a look last time, Broccoli. It's the fun answer. Let's be honest. I was just curious whether chat would want it again or not, but apparently you guys love this answer. Is there such an album? Don't you want to get one to appreciate it? Thus, during that period, your mind is filled with those forbidden, ambiguous, and sensual images from the book. Maybe, maybe one day you can make it come true. We gained freedom from fear. A conviction. Thank you, my wife. The Angler isn't the largest bookstore in town, but it certainly is the most refined and oldest one. If you're willing, you can surely find some good books there. Buying books is much easier than reading them, but we got the Encyclopedia of Flora and Fauna. The book in your hand piques the other's interest. If we get at least one success, because we do have the noble tag on the protagonist, we will get support in court. Excellent. Taste and wisdom, morality and ability have nothing to do with each other, but most people rely on taste to choose their friends. So, now Emaine has 1 point of opposition and 1 point of support, so she's a net 0 at court for us. Thank the gods. They discuss some topics from the book, and you gained real-world information from it. Plus, stone tactics. Nice. In the past, bookstores used to be places of escape filled with stories and fiction. Now you are at the center of a story, seeing only metaphors and satire on every page, reminding you of the absurdity and lack of compassion in reality. And things continue on. Hey, a flyer. We have the best girls here. Welcome to have fun. The House of Delights. The Haunted Mansion is now open. The House of Delights has opened as well, and Juna is the first on the table. Who is at court? Jabal is at court? He is one of the Sultan's honor guard. We do need to send somebody to court. Lady Becky! To court with you. I love this cat. Lack of compassion in this economy? I know. So funny. Okay. So we did get some this. What does this give? Survival, but you need at least 2 wisdom. Aziz does not have the wisdom. Zephyr does not have the wisdom, and those are the 2 people I would put it on. Inal does have the wisdom, strangely enough. Maggie, of course, has the wisdom, but does not need it. And we already have 2 points of survival and the wisdom to read it if we would desire. But actually, who's in the bookstore? Samir is in the bookstore? Okay. We will go talk to Samir and buy a book. I need the money more than anything else, so these 2 need to work together for the money. And that does leave Zephyr doing mostly nothing. It's fine. I have to use the VIP card first because Aziz does not have the noble tag. And the VIP card allows him to go. He doesn't have enough charisma or sociability to be that useful here, but we do have this inside information that can get us higher, so maybe we can get like a bronze something at best. Yeah. We shall try. Turn 2. Where we have this bloodshed card hanging over our head. Still. I didn't choose something else, Broccoli. but I think you have to unlock the gold. That's dog water, chat. It gives sus. Yeah, I know. Here we go. Alright, back to court we go. Nobles are bickering. The Sultan wearies. Lady Becky gets coinage, because Lady Becky's the best. We're not getting any extra information from court because Lady Becky's support is canceling out opposition. Literally. She had to start that way? I mean, we could try starting over, but it, for whatever reason, didn't make her gold, even though I have it set. At the bathhouse, let's see if we can't get a bronze something. Nope, it's a stone again. I could re-roll. Might as well. Oh, that's even worse. Well, we didn't get any news. We just had a bath. Sorry, Aziz. I screwed you. Alright, let's see if we can make some money. Awesome. Money. The good money. A bored noble in the city sent his 2 slaves into the desert, betting which slave would live longer. Would it be the strong man who had lost an arm, or the weak woman? Do we bet on the male, bet on the female, stop the inhuman behavior, and lose influence, or force the nobles to join the game and, I think, get infamy? I kind of just want the money. Force the nobles to join? Are you trying to do the infamy run? You get infamy if you bet on them? Oh, you're right, you're right. Okay. Is this... which one does not give... well, here we go. Notoriety plus, influence minus. We do like the notoriety, so it's just sad that I lose a point of influence for it. It's a trade. I see. Thanks, Trav. Such an interesting game. Why not add another player? You forced the noble to join the desert adventure game and even generously allowed him to bring some supplies. However, even so, he was still the first to die in the game. Great. To save their own lives, no noble dared to play such a cruel game again. They only whispered ill of you in court. At the bookstore, we get jousting. Do we influence? We do. Samir now has zeroed out his opposition. And we got some mystique. Excellent. So this is how that's worked out. Okay. Amir and Sirna are here. Amir has literally no opposition. I mean, neither does she. We could immediately, like, kill somebody here. With the bloodshed card. I think I'm just gonna send Lady Becky for more money. I love this cat. She's just... he's the best cat ever. I mean, we could definitely go kill someone at court. We could just show up and be like, one of these bitches gotta die, but I would feel bad if it's Amir. It's an option to deal with this bloodshed card, and I don't care about either of these characters, I'm gonna be honest. She is the princess of a fallen kingdom, and she is just... does not care. She is suicidal as it is. He is a judge who handles the lawsuits between commoners. He may not be a great person, but he's not a particularly even person. I will feel bad if it's Amir, but either of these people are not a problem. Do we want the spectacle, chat? Shall we try this? Something we've not done before on my stream. Amur is a particularly evil person? I mean, we know the Sultan is. He's got his frickin' magic ring. Alright. We down. So that means that Inal and Lady Becky can handle the household. My wife can go to the bad house for free. Instead. And, who? Adil is at the bookstore? Don't think it matters who I send. Aziz will go and get me a book. And that's it. Zephyr gets to just chill anyway. Alright, here we go. Let's find out what happens. We went to court. You are carrying out the sacred task given by the Sultan, aren't you? You deserve support in the palace. Because our support is higher than the opposition, we gain extra inside information. Palace intrigues have made the Sultan weary. When you reveal the card of bloodshed in the Sultan's palace, everyone stops breathing. After enjoying the moment of silence, you point to the individual who just gave a speech. The courtiers buzz like a swarm of bees, while the Sultan smiles like a beekeeper. He announces that the two of you will duel to the death in front of the throne tomorrow. Guess what I'm doing tomorrow? Duel marks. You will pay for your arrogance. Sending someone there has at least the benefit of receiving more useful information of the inside type. Oh god. Here we go again with this man's. Almost as soon as you snap the Sultan card, a voice echoes in the Lapis Palace. Who would have thought that such unprovoked bloodshed and so many innocent victims, no one feels sympathy or pity? Your political enemy, Nawful the Awful, shakes his head, casting a sharp look around at all the courtiers as the nobles lower their heads, hiding the "he's at it again" reflections in their eyes. Nawful once more kneels before the Sultan, his spine rigid, voice clear and firm. You must not let this absurd game continue, Your Majesty. Please rescind the power you granted Arzu II. He should not be excused from the crime of murder for the sake of a game. This is a royal privilege, he emphasizes, under certain circumstances. The Sultan seems intrigued by his words, smiling at you as if really considering punishing you. Do we admit that Nawful is absolutely 100% right? Or do we argue with him in court and say, who can stop me from entertaining you, Your Majesty? Weigh in, chat. Tell me what your thoughts are. Either way, we have to deal with this fool. We love Nawful. Two, let's argue with him. Alright. Who can stop me from entertaining you, Your Majesty? Wow, everyone's in on it. You immediately kneel on the ground, accusing Nawful of ambitious intent. Isn't your king's small puppet show indulgence prohibited by Snatch? He's over his bounds. Who does he presume he is? Your groveling act irritates Nawful, who uses language talent insidiously, rebuking you, jesting fool, recounting an entire life list of mockery as you agilely deflect blows, wondering why his mind recalls old slights. Such are the Sultan's proceedings daily, as nobles wage intense struggles on coin, power, and status, satisfying the Sultan's whim. Upon exit, Nawful intercepts, stating intently, "Don't assume this is over." Livid, Shadowhaunt's pale complexion. Experience, no surprise, break alone. So as you can see, they started to translate out of the Chinese very, very reasonably, and then by the end of it, they just kind of stopped and did direct translation. So that is one of the pitfalls of this game, but they are attempting to improve their translations patch by patch, so it's fine. So yeah, that was going to court. Oh boy. News in the bathhouse. Let's see what we get today with our wife, who's much better at this bathhouse stuff. Yikes, nothing. Well, there we go. She was just having a bath. And that's fair. She's a goddess. Alright, people came to the estate for the cat. And we made some money from it. Not a lot of money, but something. Also something noteworthy has happened. A poor man complains that he invested all his savings to help his brother start a business, which has since prospered. However, his brother now refuses to share any of the profits. While his brother has grown wealthy, he struggles to even provide for his daughter. The brother, now a successful merchant, angrily insists that the borrowed money was repaid in full years ago. Do we blame the merchant, siding with the poor man? Do we blame the poor man, siding with the merchant? Do we say, hey, man, I can support you? So that your daughter does not struggle, you and your daughter don't struggle? Or do you say, I can support your daughter, because clearly you're inept at it? What do we do here, chat? How do we deal with this poor man and his complaints? Consider carefully, chat. We gotta figure out what to do about this poor man. We could try to support him, or we can blame someone and essentially stay out of it. What do you want to do, Trav? You seem to be leading the conversation every time. Pretty sure the merchant will pay us if we blame the poor guy and thus tell him to get lost and not take the profits. Well, that's the thing, is like, the poor man is saying that his brother never paid him back for how he invested in his brother's business. The merchant is saying, no, I paid back my brother ages ago and he's squandered it since then. So if him and his daughter are struggling right now, it's his own fault. So we can take sides, which are one or the other of the first two options, or we can go, hey, third option here, how about I support you, and in doing so, you can then support your daughter. Or, hey, because you clearly can't support your daughter, I will take your daughter in instead. How much is this complaint him just trying to get money, and how much of this complaint is him actually having been screwed? Which choice hasn't been chosen yet? Blame the merchant, I think, hasn't been chosen yet. No. I think blame the poor hasn't been chosen yet. One of the first two hasn't been chosen yet, but I will go with whatever is consensus here. I don't think we've blamed anyone yet. Supporting just the daughter goes badly. I don't remember how supporting both went. Just as badly, because I believe that this poor man is complaining to extort money. So if we blame the merchant, we're helping him extort money from his brother. And if we blame him, we're calling him out on his extortion. If we say, I can support you, but you'll have to work for that money. He's like, nah, 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 nah. I don't, I'm just gonna take your money and run. And if we say, I can support your daughter, he thinks that he's selling his daughter into slavery. Of which, not really. Or maybe, I don't know. Yeah. Oh, that's right, Rukavi. Supporting him lets you send an enforcer and loan shark him into the ground. Not sure what happens if you don't send an enforcer. Actually, we've never done that. So we could be like, I can support you, and then just not send anyone to double check what he's doing with his funds. Sure, let's try it. Okay. I can support you. You don't want to judge their deeds, but with some spare coins in hand, you offer the poor man a smile. So we will have to pay him money, but that's fine. We're going to the bookstore and we buy a book. Oh, geez, it's a silver book. Can we do anything at all here? Nope. Because I think we need 2 or more. And I think it only gets us information. It doesn't actually give us support, which is fine. Other things are happening. Ah, market news. Commercial Street grand opening, offering diverse, excellent goods at low prices. The equipment store is open. Mahir has come to our door. We like Mahir. Our wife wants us to run away. Let's run away, says your wife. If we continue doing these horrible things, we will all not be ourselves anymore. This is also a possibility, you ponder. We can accept our wife's request, or we can reject it. Accepting it just gives us an alternate ending option. Rejecting it makes our wife sad. Why would we ever want to do that? But chat, I will leave it in your capable hands to tell me what to do. Except. We don't have to follow through, but options are good. Also, flowchart. Does it make Maggie sad? Don't do it. Run away. Sad Maggie equals sad Arzu the second. Yep, it very much does. And it also complicates our entire life. So, no, we will make our wife happy. Also, I just got a nat 20 with disadvantage. Let's go, Mr. Scrake. Let's go. You planned until late at night, listing all possibilities and the necessary conditions to escape the Sultan's rule. Although none of these conditions are currently met, such planning has given you hope. And we must take another guard. Conquest. Low conquest. That's actually really great for being this early in the game. Thank you, Magician, for not being a bitch this time. Escape from the Sultan's game. We have the Palace Duel that we must do. Project Investor, prepare yourself. Da 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 da. Equipment Merchant. Alright. Thief Shoes. Scimitar, which is stealth in combat. Magic Cape. And 2 of the good things. Okay, well. Prepare yourself requires you to equip something. And it does the thing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna equip Lady Becky. Watch this. This is actually a teach you how to equip things quest, which is why it resolves immediately. And it just tells you about equipment, and so we're just gonna finish it very quickly. But you get a free bronze level intelligence. Random intelligence, so this time we got an opportunity, and it's all good. It's all good in the hood. So that worked out for us. Okay. Now I can pull Lady Becky off of us. You actually have to buy equipment otherwise, so we just... That's very good for us. We do have books. Victory against the odds. Jousting or survival. Okay, well, the beggar at the bookstore is just gonna get a book that nobody can really read at my house or is going to read anytime soon. So she can have it. Strictly speaking, she was not begging. She just looked at the book in your hand with a longing look. Of course, this is absurd, as it is well known, the poor are illiterate and cannot have a noble yearning for knowledge. She left as if frightened. These books might be gone for good. Hopefully she really intends to read them, though that is unlikely. She's one of those kids who teach themselves how to read. So, that's fine. How much money do you need? 3 gold coins? If necessary, arrange a debt collector. Nope. Take your coins. We'll see what happens. Who is... Oh, motherfucker. You are problems. You know that? You are problems. Opposition 3. Problems. My wife. My love. You're going to court. You're going to court. I have more opposition than I have support, so I'm gonna get a card of slander. But at the very least, it's a card of slander and not 2. Why you gotta be so awful? Why? Jerk. I have to show up to the palace duel. I would like some equipment for that. I think I'm just gonna take... I think I'm just gonna take the greatsword. That'll be good enough. Thank you. Come again. Boop. To the duel. With some tactics. Whoever loses the duel will die. That's fine. Now we must manage the estate. We're not going to get a lot of money today. But we can do this, which will help. We don't have the money to do Mahir yet, so Mahir will have to just wait. Who is at the bookstore? Adil is back at the bookstore. Aziz, go fetch me a book. Maybe we can get some information out of him. And that's really... Guess you're getting a bath. We might be able to get some low-level information. That's it. This is all we got. Oh boy. Good night, Mr. Scrake. Have a great evening. I hope you sleep well, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Alright, here we go. End the day. Actually, you know what, chat? Let's leave it here. New beginnings. It's round 4 of this game. I'm gonna do a cheeky save. This is, 4th run save. Because this is where we're at. Ta-da! So thank you guys for joining me today on yet another run of Sultan's game. It's Wednesday as of this stream. But I am Mayrin Altheatover, and I stream Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. If that is not your time zone, please give me a follow. Put on notifications, either here or on Blue Sky will get you where you need to be for when I go live. And the option on Blue Sky means that if you don't like the fact that I make terrible decisions in this game, you can directly at me about it over on Blue Sky and maybe help me up my social media game because I'm really bad at it. So yeah, just, you know, that's a way for you guys to share things with me, your interests, your fun stuff, and over on Blue Sky we can have conversations about this game. So please come join me over there. If you have missed what has happened at all over the full run of this game that I've been streaming, The playlist over on YouTube is for you, and it is how I give back to all of my followers for supporting me here on Twitch. So you are welcome to jump over there, subscribe, and ring the bell so you know when today's VOD goes live, and just to have my company anytime, day or night, as it suits you to know catching up with what's going on and all of that. So I hope that you will jump over there and grab that as well. Now, last but not least, we raid our friends here on Twitch, and if we don't have friends to raid, we make new friends, because we're all in this community together, and I'm happy to share the happiness. So let's see who I can raid today. 70 Swan Quills is an Aussie gamer and voice actress. She is currently playing the Midnight Walk. We're gonna go check out what she's up to. She's really lovely. Her chat is really nice. So I hope that you guys will at least tell her that I say hi and give her all the love for me. If you don't like my bare bones basic stream raid message, feel free to use your own love heart or raid emojis and whatever you want to do. But just say you came from me. And I will hopefully see you again tomorrow. But until then, have a fantastic, magical evening, day, night, whatever. If you're on YouTube, whatever time of day, I hope it's amazing. And I will see you guys next time. So until then, we raid in 3, 2, 1. Bye, guys.